Welcome, friends, to session 41 of Call of the Netherdeep. It is going to be good time, yes? So, I have to kill Heather once a session, preferably at the beginning, to get it out of the way.
It's not fair. I wasn't ready.
We gave you a warning. Kind of. So, last time, I believe the main focus was preparing and then enacting the Battle of the Dragons at the Bowl of Judgment. Of course, we all know the important part of that is that Ben proved himself the true dragon warrior,
Woo!
celebrated with some spicy breath that he's going to try and figure out. Maybe try some gazpacho if he gets a chance. But I believe that was the bulk of last session, was preparing and getting that done. So we finished off on our way out of the bowl. X, I believe, was on her way to the infirmary after having the directions pointed out to her. Just to have it in my head, where is everybody else headed? Because I believe nobody else was accompanying X to this.
We did not go with her, but I don't know. Does Ben have to go get winnings? Is that like an official thing?
We don't have to RP it, but like that's might be where we went down to
So
meet him.
everybody joined up to congratulate Ben and get money.
Yeah. We got to get our winnings. We got to get Ben. Got to get Ben's winnings.
I think technically from the out of RP or out of session RP, Arno, Lucas, and Thorn were hanging out by the gate.
Yeah, we like got our money and then hung out outside while we waited for Victor Ben to come on out.
But we did meet up eventually. So
yep.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So, well, let us go straight to the scene inside the bowl. Ix, as stated, you have been given directions to find the infirmary. Help me remember. Let's see. No, you did not go there last time because you were chasing after Ben with Thorn. Okay, so this is your first time to this location. You find the room. There are a handful of just beds lined up on each side of the room as you enter. Few of them are occupied from various not winners of other combat competitions preceding Ben's. One of them at the end of the room on the left. Yes, I'm being very politically correct for no reason. I don't know why. But yes, the far bed on the left is a familiar gray tabaxi being tended by also somewhat familiar albino Kenku, who you remember facing Dermot in the previous Bowl of Judgment that you came to.
That was the guy that kind of used excessive force, right? That was like a dispute of deities.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Cool. All right, cool. This is gonna be great.
That he also is employed by the Bull.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the scene that is before you. The Kenku is who you might remember. Their name was given as Silence. They are not saying anything. They're just quietly doing their job.
Okay. Ix will walk up and keep a respectful distance, and she'll kind of look at Silence. Is Ty awake, or is he still unconscious?
He is in the process of waking up as a Cure Wounds spell is cast upon him.
Okay, Ix will wait for the spell to take hold, do what it needs to do, and she'll look at Silence, and with concern, she'll go, "Is he okay?"
Silence, who is faced away from you when you walk in. You're probably around the side, so you're in their periphery, I imagine. Not being completely a creep, just standing behind them where they don't know you're there. They look up at you, kind of give you a side eye very curiously.
No harm, just asking the question.
And they turn to go tend to one of the other combatants.
Sweet. Ix will take the space that Silence was in and kind of look down at Ty. Are you awake enough there, kitty cat?
You see Ty lying there. His eyes are kind of fluttering open. He is tucked under a sheet, but his arms are out on either side of it and exposed. His bracers have been removed. They are set at the foot of his bed right now. And you can very clearly see the ghastly red rashes that are on both forearms that look like they've had maybe some kind of ointment applied to them.
Yeah.
But they're kind of each arm is kind of up on a pillow a little bit just to cushion it and give it room to breathe. But he blinks a little bit, looks up at you, trying to decide if he recognizes you or not.
Did they even warn you before you put those on? Or were you just stupid enough to put them on?
He blinks a few times, figuring out what you're talking about. But those things, I requested them.
Oh. So you knew and you requested them on purpose?
Yes. He seems a little out of it right now.
You are stupider than you look. Well, points for creativity. There are easier ways to die, but this one is by far one of the grossest ones I've seen. Though you haven't died yet, so I suppose, congratulations. Hey, you don't mind if I borrow them for a bit, do you? And she's gonna stand up and walk to the end of his bed and kind of take a look around the room to see how well she is being watched.
The person in the bed next to you is watching you curiously. It's not somebody you recognize except from having seen them in the bowl, but it's not anybody you've interacted with.
Makes sense.
Say the DM hasn't decided who it is.
No, that's fair. Is Ty still out of it? Does he even respond to her saying, "Can I borrow these?"
He starts to lift an arm like to reach at you, and he's
Oh, no. Don't move. You won't have to move. In fact, it's best if you don't. Goodness knows if you're even going to have function of your arms after this.
He starts trying to flex one of his hands like in and out of a fist, trying to get a feel for it. He's staring daggers at you right now.
Yeah. See, I don't think they prepared you because they don't care about you. Which, with any organization, you think would be obvious, but no, you didn't think. So that's why I think it's best that these don't stay with you, since you don't know how to operate them well. You know what I'm saying?
He scoffs a little bit. This much is nothing. I handle them much better than others.
How many others?
He doesn't answer you. He just continues flexing a fist.
I mean, I only ask because if you're the best and this is how you're going to operate with them, maybe it's best that no one does. And she is being condescending on purpose. Like, it is very much obvious.
Even if I lost my arms, I could still kill you.
Well, everybody can kill anybody. You don't need arms for that. But that's okay. Tell you what, I'll hold on to these, right? And when you feel that you're ready for them again, you come find me. And then she's going to pick them up blow him a kiss, and then walk on out. We'll see how well this goes with that person in the next bed, shall we?
The person in the next bed looks over to Ty, kind of shrugs and rolls around the other direction.
Ty did not make friends. Nope.
Ty struggles a little bit as trying to sit up, but is still too weak from having just been woken up from being knocked out.
Ix chose her time well.
No finesse required.
That's good. She straight up just walked in there to antagonize and then stole his shit, so...
Just lately, like, I'm gonna take these, okay?
Daylight
okay,
looting.
You know, I don't think... you're not the right age to operate these, so I'm gonna take them, and when you turn 18, you come find me.
This shouldn't be operated by minors. That includes minor inconveniences.
I was thinking this is actually Ix going full Karen finally, and she just walks in and she's like, I need to be compensated for my time, Ty. And she just takes those.
I should have thanked him. He won us a lot of money, but...
I am not paying for these. These are defective. Walks out with them anyway.
Oh, God.
Also, point of order. Silence rolled a natural 1 to notice this happening.
Oh, God. Beautiful. Oh, that's great.
You lucky duck.
Awesome sauce. So during the downtime, at some point when I go to the Temple of the Mentor, she will try and sell those to Iwo.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So yes, we will get to that. So Ix now has a pair of ruidium bracers, which are not in D&D Beyond because I have not made a thing for them. They are homebrewed.
That's okay.
I like to imagine this is a moment where Ix tells us nothing and we tactfully ask nothing. We just...
Yep. All of a sudden, we just have a little bit more money. No one asks questions.
Ix is just like, where's the infirmary? And we're like, sus, but all right, down the hall to the left. And then she just comes back and we like make eye contact and she gives a little smile and we're like, sus, all right, nice.
If you want a name for something to put in your inventory or your list of conquests, we can call them the Arms of Red Rage.
Cool.
Wow.
It's even more fun when Ty eventually comes back for the bracers and she's like, I sold that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's be fair. If he thought that she was like for real about if you want them back, come find me. Like he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Don't come find me, you turd. I will fuck you up.
Konosuba intensifies. Main character wins the legendary sword from the jackass in a bet by cheating.
Sells it immediately.
Sells it immediately.
Like,
I'm here to get my sword back from you. And everybody like turns their eyes and he's not carrying a big giant sword anywhere. It's like, wait, where is it? It's like, oh, I pawned it immediately.
Got me a good hold, 2 gold. 2 gold!
Yeah, they said it wasn't worth very much.
I had it broken down for parts.
Oh, ooh. I feel like that's worse.
I needed the mithril.
Yikes.
But
so yeah,
anyway.
Ix would probably identify them just because she could, and then she would sell it to Iwo.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will address that when we get to the downtime in a moment. Out in front of the bowl, so we have Thorn and Arno and Lucas waiting for Ben. A lot of people at the same time are all exiting the bowl all at once. There's just a big wave of a crowd flowing out. Let's see. Who was it? Arno. I believe Arno has the highest passive perception in this little group. While you're waiting, you do take notice that there is something out in the crowd that is pushing in the opposite direction, not going with the flow. But it's not somebody who's like standing up tall enough you can see them very clearly. But somebody is trying to push in back to the bowl from where you are, or from like past where you are. So that's a thing. I don't know if you
Can I
want to
see
mention
anything
or
of them?
you can
or
make a
just-
perception check if you are curious.
Mod 20.
20. You do catch glimpses of Dermot. It seems he had come out here ahead of the crowd and is now trying to go back inside for whatever reason. So, little goblin friend is out here.
Yeah,
But
Arno
he
would
is-
probably wave and then like go over to say hi.
Okay.
Also to help, disperse the crowd a little bit.
Okay.
Small guys have to look
Make it-
out for each other.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check to get to him.
I can do acrobatics.
Make way for Girandola!
21.
21. All right. You push your way over to him. Let's see, how is he doing actually? Okay, he's doing pretty well. He's struggling a little more than you, but not too much. So you kind of aim to meet up with him. Hi there, Arno. I'm just trying to get back into the others so I don't lose them. What's up?
No, that's it. I just saw you coming in, so I thought I'd try to help you get back inside. Everyone's inside still.
I came out early for something. I'm just trying to get back with them so we don't get separated for too long.
Did you see the fight?
Let's see. Oh, I had to miss the fight actually. Ben's fight, you mean?
Yeah, you bit.
I did. I am sorry. I was very excited to see it.
Well, lucky for you, I'm here, and I can give you details. So, yeah, as you help him inside, he will just, give him a wonderful play-by-play
Marvelous.
of it.
Make an insight check while you're walking with Dermot and give me your play-by-play.
Hold on. Insight. 23.
1 second. Probably have some numbers up here. Okay, versus a 19 actually. Okay, while you're working with Dermot and making sure he is fully appreciating the story that you are regaling him with, you do notice he keeps glancing back in the direction of Lucas and Thorn and seems a little distracted. But he is heading back in with you, helping him break the tide, which he seems to appreciate. All right, so yeah, you bring Dermot, meet up with Ao and the rest of their party. The others in the group ask you to congratulate Ben on their behalf if they don't see him soon. The rest of them apparently did get to watch, and they were very, very enthralled and excited for his victory.
But did they bet on him? I'm not there.
Can
Arno
ask them
would
when
be
you
like,
see them.
no, Arno would just gonna be like, you bet on him, right?
Obviously. Weren't going to miss our chance to make some easy money.
Exactly. Plus, it's us, returning the favor, considering that Evan got us a lot of money when he fought.
Well, and while you're in here talking with them, we can say that Ix has come from the direction of the infirmary and meets up with you, Arno. So, Ix, you see Arno with Dermot meeting up with the rest of his party, chatting about Ben's victory.
Oh, fun. Yeah, Ix will approach. She won't invade the conversation at the moment, but she'll stand next to Arno and just kind of nudge him a little bit, like, "Hey, I'm here."
Oh, the second she came up, he would have given her a happy smile. Like, continue the conversation, but, like, fully noticed her and given her a special smile as she came up.
A special smile?
Yeah.
Oh, she's loving this.
It is his girl. So.
She's loving it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
why
she
are
won't
you a
interrupt.
dick? Sorry, I apologize. One of
What?
my cats
Oh,
one of my cats is messing with my
said-
my other cat.
You said jinx. I only heard part of that, so I thought you said Ix, why are you a bitch? And I was like, wait a minute, what happened to the secret smile?
No,
I was like, hold on, wait a
No,
minute.
I
I'm like,
said, I said, Binks, why are you such a dick? Because he was being.
Binks. I was like,
Binks,
I don't know.
It's like that just came out of nowhere.
God damn it,
Sorry.
Binks. Jesus. Yeah, no, Ix won't interrupt the conversation, but she'll saddle up next to him to kind of see what's going on.
Okay, yeah, no, they're unless Arno has other topics to introduce, they're just chatting about the match and the aftermath. And
Where are the rest of the boys?
Causing trouble. No, I think they're actually just like.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You know that. Where, Arno? Where are they at?
I mean, I left them out of my sight for maybe 5 minutes, so they could be causing trouble.
5 minutes? 5 minutes.
No.
Okay.
It's true.
Well, time to go.
Technically, we did RP this kind of stuff already.
We did.
If we could move on.
law of averages. But yes, so there was much regaling. Ben rejoins the party. Has excitedly told the others about his new fire breath, that he's going to try and experiment with different types of food. See if he gets different types of breath weapons. Get some gazpacho for some cold breath, or something very citrusy for some acid breath, maybe? Who knows? Some cereal with orange juice for poison breath.
Why would you even suggest that?
I mean, how else are you going to get poison breath by eating food?
Okay.
Pickles.
Yes, I'm calling you out. You know who you are. But yes, everyone is back together. You meet back up with Lucas and Thorn. Everybody's congratulating Ben. For viewers, yes, we did roleplay this out in text after the previous session. So
Victory feast.
Victory feast.
Yeah, how much money do I gotta take out of my inventory for all that food? Roughly.
It depends entirely on how fancy you want to get.
I described it pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say it's top tier. It's not Lap of the Gods, but maybe a step down.
One step down from Lap of the Gods.
Yeah.
So fancy dinner for all 5 of you. Could make that 10 gold if you want to pull out the stops.
Cool. I'll take out 10 gold then.
Marvelous,
Hey.
marvelous. All right. As did anybody have any plans for the rest of the day that we have not covered already?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Well, in the evening, when you are back at the Foolish Serpent, I guess this would be after dinner, since you probably went somewhere to get fancier food than just inn and tavern food. You come back. Let's see. Let's see. Are you spending any time like in the common room having drinks afterward or anything like that, just hanging out, or?
When
mean,
it's a
Ix
reasonable
probably would
time
for
to
a
go to
little bit.
bed, to go to
Yeah. Yeah. No plan. So yeah, probably drinking a little bit and then sleep time.
Okay. I am gonna say, Thorn, while you in particular, and Ix, you probably would also pick up a little bit of this, even if it's not directed at you. Ao's group and Dermot in particular, every now and then they seem to be stealing glances in Thorn's direction. Not necessarily saying anything, but they seem to be conferring with each other on something.
Okay.
Ix will kind of look at their party and then look back to Thorn and see if he identifies what's happening and kind of give him a raised eyebrow like, is this trouble that we don't know about? Or do we need to do something? Like, she'll just kind of give him that look of, that probably needs to be addressed.
He probably, while he's noticed, I don't think he's visibly reacting in any overwhelming way. It's just he's noted it in the back of his mind.
Gotcha. As you are checking with each other to see if Thorn has noticed them noticing, Irvin and Maggie share a look and then stand up together and start heading in the direction of y'all's group.
Oh, okay.
Maggie kind of standing behind Irvin, seeming to almost be pushing him forward a little bit. But they approach Ben. Maggie
Sonny's
just kind
muted.
of.
Oh well, you can.
I heard "oh hi guys" in my head, but I didn't hear it from the mouth.
It was, I heard it, but that's because I'm in the same room. But I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh hi guys.
You heard it from outside your headphones, not inside the headphones. Maggie seems to be kind of looming over Irvin, not looming over Ben. Irvin looking just only a little bit uncomfortable. Irvin just kind of, it looks like he doesn't want to be here right now in this conversation that's about to start. So, that was a really good job you did in the bull today.
Oh thanks. You deserved it.
Both in the your match at the end and in the morning. That was also impressive. He's not
and Ben actually
not
acts
quite meeting your eyes.
like he forgot all that happened because of everything else that happened after that. His eyes go narrow when he just looks at Irving like. But then he's not mad for very long.
So, I suppose technically you did beat me to the end of that race. So, if you would like it, you do deserve the prize if you want it.
I mean, what you did was in the rules, right? You didn't cheat or anything. It was dirty, but it wasn't.
I mean,
cheating.
I didn't think so, and Maggie elbows him from behind.
She's like, we talked about this.
I mean, it was maybe a little underhanded of me.
I mean, you did have to go under. Never mind. is in my bear jaw. Never mind. I don't know. I need my coffee to kick in.
That's fair. Mine isn't working yet. Also, this mug is empty. That's just a bad thing.
Thank you, Irvin. I kind of forgot all about that. So I won't be upset if you want to keep it because you earned it. You followed the rules, and you're a lot faster than I thought you were.
Same to you, actually.
Pretty fast.
Especially as a bear, I hadn't seen you do as much like that. We're talking about that now, out in the open?
I guess the bear's out of the bag on that one. So.
He looks like he saw that coming. Well, either way, congratulations on your title that you have proven your claim to, if that's how that works. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there, but it seemed important.
Oh, yeah, I'm just, you know what, never mind. And he stands up and he actually, like, bows to Irvin and he says, congratulations on your title for the fastest little bastard here.
He recoils a little bit when you suddenly stand and bow to him, but he recovers quickly. He's like, a title I will gladly accept. Well, thank you, Ben. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And he turns with Maggie as they start to leave, and you can hear him muttering, see, it's fine.
Well, that was just adorable.
As they're walking away, they do pass by Thorn, though. Irvin kind of walks on ahead to rejoin the rest of their group. Maggie pauses just a moment, glances down at Thorn as he's perhaps enjoying a drink or whatever he's up to at the moment, and just kind of casually asks him, I know you were hoping to get into the Crystal Chateau. Have you had any luck with that? And she kind of gives him a meaningful look.
I mean, technically, I suppose we're working our way in there. They gave us a job recently. That's about it, though. I'll make a deception
make whatever check you feel is appropriate for that.
It's a deception check, because that is definitely misleading. Even if he is technically telling the truth.
I like it.
Aggie's using the mom face. Here's your chance, buddy.
Yep.
Like if she had glasses, they would be down further on her nose.
He actually, for him, he rolled pretty low. He only got 15.
Shit.
Yes, Maggie's modifier.
That's okay because she only got less than 15.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you lucked out, bitch.
I
Yeah.
did.
Shit.
By like one. How much you want to bet?
But the look lingers as she's trying to get a read on his face, but he's just too casual in his response. And she nods in acceptance of that for the moment and carries on to rejoin the rest of the group.
I suppose I'll be looking into that later.
You know, this does explain why Dermot was looking at you earlier.
He was looking at Thorn earlier?
Well, he was looking in the general direction of Thorn and Lucas, so I couldn't tell if he was just, ogling them or not, but apparently not.
Yes. Dermot, known ogler of pretty men.
Listen, who cannot ogle at them?
I mean, I know Ix was gonna follow it up with like, "Are you sure it wasn't ogling? Because we're familiar with the ogling, so we need to know if it was really ogling or if it was observing. There's a difference."
Thorn's
He was
drinking his
very-
drink and is ignoring this part of the conversation.
He was very
Pointedly.
obviously distracted by them.
Again, that can fall into the category of ogling. It's fine.
Listen,
Very well.
We'll move.
everyone has different levels of appreciation, and if someone would like to quietly admire from afar, you shouldn't judge them for that.
I know, it's why I didn't bring it up until,
Until now.
Back at their table, Maggie seems to be conferring with the others again.
We shouldn't let that sit for too long. But not tonight. It's too late tonight.
Alrighty.
So everybody's heading to bed?
Sounds like
Yes.
it. So everybody heads that direction.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna head to bed. But I'm gonna leave bed soon after. Now that I've gotten a hint of the heat, I'd like to go to the first eclipse because I'm sure that it's just like hopping when it's fucking weird ass hours. And I'd like to get rid of, some stolen merchandise.
Would you now?
Yes.
Very well then. So everybody heads to bed, and then maybe a little closer to the witching hour or past it, Thorn slips out
And I'm being stealthy, because...
naturally.
Yeah.
Go ahead, just for completeness. Go ahead and make that stealth check.
Okay, that is...
Maybe over here quietly jinxing him.
23.
23. Very good. Very good. All right. So Thorn makes his way out of the Foolish Serpent, crosses through what has apparently become referred to as the night market in the bazaar, heads for the first eclipse, which, yes, is indeed open. Head in there and, oh, look, there's more than just the blue dragonborn and the one creepy gnome that's just always in the corner watching people come in and out.
Is that creepy gnome
there-
still there, though?
Not at the moment, actually.
Oh, okay.
The blue dragonborn, however, is still behind the bar like they usually are.
Sorry.
There are a couple of others in
I'm
there.
sorry, Heather.
There's like...
She's angry I sneezed.
Somehow I didn't even I didn't even register the sneeze.
I didn't even have time to mute myself. It caught me completely off guard.
I could tell it did get him off guard, but man. Go on, sorry.
So yes, in addition to the blue dragonborn, there are two other individuals in there right now. Both of whom could be just regular patrons, but in this place, who knows? But I'm assuming you're going to the bartender then?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much you necessarily wanted to RP versus just fence your goods.
We don't have to RP it since I'm not trying to get information or anything like that out of them.
Okay.
I just want to sell the ring, and I think the only other thing I actually stole from the Crystal Chateau was that chunk of ruidium. Is that correct?
I believe so.
I don't... I'll keep that. Because it's not necessarily identifiable as something connected to the Crystal Chateau. but the
Just
ring.
a chunk.
Yeah, the ring he'll fence because it's a little hot right now.
Okay. So yeah, so the Dragonborn, once he picks up what you're putting down, he prompts you to order a drink. You can slide the ring over with your payment. He kind of examines it for a bit, raises an eyebrow. And let's see. Yeah, I hadn't actually decided how this would work with other people in there, but somehow or other he signals you to like meet somebody at the back door after you leave, and you are handed off a decent sized bag of gold. We will say this contains 400 gold.
400?
Damn!
Only? For real?
Oh.
I mean, Iwa was offering you 250 to bring him any recovered items.
I know, but I was hoping that this would be enough to afford that stupid fucking tattoo finally. 400 is nothing.
My budget's oats. You be happy with what you got.
No, this is why he wrote in the downtime, maybe getting a tattoo.
That's fair. It says get a tattoo, maybe.
You can make a persuasion check.
Yes, I will. No, for real. Like, this is shit that they can't grab themselves because they're incompetent and everything. Like, and they have no way to kill Morrow. They should be giving me a whole lot more money for this. Or at least, as far as I know, they have no way to kill Morrow.
Oh my god, guys. I'm an idiot. They're not getting into Kalmaro. They're getting into the Crystal Chateau stealing crap. They've never made it into the Morrow. They just know that the Legions has.
Well,
How come I didn't put this together sooner?
Well, we'll get to that later. 17 persuasion check.
17. All right. He offers to up it to 600 and has a job opportunity for more money. This would be a solo job that you could do on your own and would pay a good sum. And this can be another one that we breeze through even faster than the casino.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know we've talked a little bit out of character. I thought we weren't doing that.
Yeah. Well, I was just making it an option.
I don't know. I'll take the money.
You do have a chunk of ruidium.
We lost Bast, if Bast is still speaking, for the record.
What?
I heard you cut off like mid-sentence.
I accidentally hit the mute button, that was all.
Got it.
I'll take the money. I mean, I could sell the chunk of ruidium too if that gets me the money I need.
I think the chunk of ruidium would actually get you quite a lot.
Okay.
Because I think like an ounce of it was like 500 gold worth of spell components. And I don't remember how much I said, but it was definitely more than 1 ounce.
I don't think you ever gave me an exact amount.
I think it was a pound. It was like a hand. It was like a boulder almost in your hand. I think it was just about a pound or 2 pounds or something like that.
I mean, I knew I took enough where it was like a sizable chunk, but still something that I could hold in one hand and like conceal easily. So it wasn't like super huge, but it's a sizable amount. But yeah, I'll sell that. Sure.
Okay. His eye, he doesn't quirk an eyebrow. He raises his eyes in shock, and like once he sees it, and he either tucks it away quickly or has you tuck it away quickly, whichever is more expedient at the moment. And yeah, he indicates for you to come back in the morning because they don't have that much on them at the moment, but they definitely would like it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So yeah, for expediency, Thorn, if you return like the next day for that and do pawn that off, let's see. 3,500 gold.
Okay.
Which is enough for the tattoo. Say.
Noted. Is D&D Beyond not working for other people?
I have not tried to mess with a character sheet.
I mean,
Works
for the
fine
other...
for me.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't been having issues.
Okay, no, it just was lagging. All right.
Okay. Sonic says that's no good. I'm just seeing the GIFs that have been posted. But, all right. So Thorn has gotten rid of the ring and made quite a chunk of change from these fenced goods. Is there anything you wanted to tack on to that?
Nope.
All right. They express a mild disappointment that you did not take the job, but it sounds like they're gonna just find somebody else to take care of that in your place then. So let's see. So we have a few days of downtime coming up. Oh, I should have the calendar up. Where did these go? So that is, we finished the 6th of Quenpolar. We are on the 7th. I know Ix is taking care of some errands for the day, also visiting Shira. Ben, were you going to be working on any of your potions? Or are you going to the temple to do more training?
Yeah, I think that kind of took a little bit of priority in Ben's mind if they're going to
That's
offer
right.
new training.
I just have to learn the whooshy finger hold. All right. Ben, if you would, just because of monk stuff, if you would give me are you proficient in athletics?
No.
Or, sorry. Yeah.
Acrobatics,
That's what I meant to say.
yes.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a wisdom check for your monk training for the day.
19.
19, okay. Do you feel confident that you are kind of getting the hang of some of this stuff that the expositor is showing you? He seems impressed with the day's progress. Let's see. Is there anything else anyone is particularly wanting to get done?
Is this
Selling
over the
like-
course of several downtime days?
Yeah, the next few days.
Okay.
The
How
7th,
many
8th.
days of downtime are there? There's the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, right?
Yes, and the 9th is when Lucas and Ix are heading to Mystic Pursuits.
Right. So on the 7th, Arno. On the 8th, Thorn. And on the 9th, Ix.
Marvelous, marvelous.
What?
That's what Lucas is doing.
Oh,
You just schedule when you're gonna sleep with people? Is that what this is? Did you just roll to see who you sleep with? What just happened? What just happened? Are you serious right now?
Roll the d4.
Oh my god! I'm not surprised. I just didn't think it'd be so blatant. That's all it was.
well,
Yeah.
oh shit. Okay.
What would have happened if you rolled a 4?
I had a wild card written down for that.
Some rando, just some person. Oh my god, it's AO. Just happenstance.
Here, I thought you were rolling to see like what day you're gonna go find a museum, but I forgot that wasn't Lucas.
That's not me.
Nope. That's Arno. Arno.
Fantastic.
Okay. So the 7th, mostly uneventful, other than some monk training and placing in order. On the 8th, anything particular from anybody? Or more the same, mostly?
More the same. I will sell those gauntlets to Iwo eventually. We can figure that out later.
Okay. Let's see. Well, you put down that you were wanting to visit Shira each day, so could be any of those days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ben, if you would give me another wisdom check for monk training.
Wow. Ooh, 18 this time.
18,
Starting
also
off
nice.
with the good rolls today.
The Master Iwo remarks that you are a much more attentive student than he expected, that he is impressed. Only took 3 food breaks today.
Needed one more, though.
Yes. But he held it in, because he is a monk who can subsist off of dew and the energy of the universe. What was it? The dew of a single ginkgo leaf and the energy of the universe.
If I have to.
Okay, the 9th, we have a shopping trip.
Oh, Thorn would have gotten the
yes.
tattoo on the 8th. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh, yes.
Say.
Absolutely. So Thorn returns to Grom's tattoo shop, puts down a nice chunk of gold. Did you have in mind a particular design or theme for your tattoo?
So it's actually going to be down both arms. Because while he does have the snake tattoo, the snake tattoo kind of spirals. So it's going to be spiraling in the opposite way.
I like it.
With that arm. But it's going to be... So I imagine, since these are spell components, I'm kind of imagining, like, the gem dust tattoos, almost. Okay. And leading from, like, white sparkly diamond into ruby red, a bunch of, like, snowflakes.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Starting out white, and then by the time that reaches the hand, becoming ruby red instead.
Okay. I like it.
This would not help us with proving to the fortune teller that we're not with the consortium. I love it.
It's nothing to do with the consortium.
No, I know. But she's like, Lucas is wearing red. And then she's like, that man literally has red tattooed into his body.
To be fair, Lucas is wearing red as his and looming as his compatriot is asking, "Hey, you know about this stuff called ruidium that
Lucas
comes from
wasn't
underground?"
looming. He was bored. Just looks like he's looming. Sorry, go on with the tattoo. I like it. I like
the
tattoo.
consortium. He just looked like he was with the consortium to this person. But yeah, so Thorn hands over a lot of gold, gets a very, very fancy tattoo that does some very nice things. If I recall, you were getting the Lifewell tattoo?
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
How much does that cost, just so I can keep track?
I'm going to say, off the top of my head, I'm going to say that was 4,000.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, wrapping up the 8th. Okay. we come to the 9th, the third day of downtime. Ix has gone to the bazaar, heading for Mystic Pursuits with Lucas in tow. And this is another scene that was role played between sessions a bit. She has gone to apologize to Mkesne for barging in and accusing her of sending some elementals in ambush at the Lifewell Dome. Not the Lifewell Dome, just the Life Dome. Now the word Lifewell is in my head. That scene plays out. She asks if she knows anything about Ruidium, to which Mkesne presumes that Ix and Lucas are with the consortium and gets very defensive. Hence the comments a moment ago about Lucas with his red armor. That was more or less smoothed over. Ix dragged Lucas over to get his fortune read with Mkesne's cards, which Lucas did not take well to once that was concluded. There might be more to the scene, but that was as much time as we had, basically, with the text RP. Thorn, meanwhile, let's see. Pull up some notes here. Thorn, are you doing anything particular that day, or are you just kind of hanging around getting drinks? Or
I had absolutely nothing planned for the rest of the downtime.
Okay, I mean, like, when you have nothing to do, where are you likely to be? Just at the inn, possibly, or
I guess I have no idea. I don't really have anywhere else to hang out.
To know your location.
Yeah.
Do not be alarmed.
DM is requesting your location data. Your GPS is turned off, Thorn. Could you turn that back on, please?
No.
I need you to leave that on. Well, at some point then during the day, nothing in particular otherwise is going on. You are approached by Ao. None of the rest of her party seems to be around at the moment. I suppose it doesn't matter too much where we are for this. I was just curious if I had a scene to set. But she just comes to you and asks, "Can we talk for a moment?"
Sure.
In private, if that's all right.
First off, it's just your room and mine. Like...
Do it.
He'll say it, yeah.
Rolls her eyes a little bit. I should have expected that, I suppose. Let's see. We'll presume you're at a tavern. It doesn't have to be at the Foolish Serpent. But she gets you a corner table, taps her temple, and repeats, "Is it okay if we talk privately?"
He stiffens a bit because I think he wasn't expecting telepathy, of all things. And that was said telepathically, right?
No, that was said out loud. She's just tapping her temple to...
Oh, to gesture. Okay. So, but so his reaction will not be...
You've not gotten telepathy, so...
Okay.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So his reaction would not be quite as strong as I was initially going to have it be. But
less visceral.
Yeah, he does still stiffen, but he doesn't, like, lash out or anything. But he is just gonna say, "Whatever you need to say to me can be said."
Okay.
Is this
She shrugs a little. She shrugs a little bit, but accepts it. In Cinder's voice, you hear Ao say, "I did say I would ask for permission next time, and I will honor that."
So why are you waltzing around as Ao?
I wasn't sure if you would, if it would be easier to get you to agree to speak one way or another, but I figured it was worth a shot. So, how have you been enjoying your time in Ankarel so far, Thorn?
Been taking jobs with the rest of my friends. Burning a lot of time.
Also, you seem to be curious about a good number of things while you're here. Me among them.
I think that's to be expected with the introduction you made.
I suppose. I was impressed. I almost didn't see you.
But you did see me, I take it.
She doesn't answer with words, she just gives a little shrug. It made me curious, though. So I decided why not return the favor and follow you back. See if you were as interesting as you found me. And I cannot put my finger on you. What's your deal? What are you here for?
Same as the rest of my friends.
Okay. You seem to be interested in more than just what your friends are here for, though. Why the obsession with Zahir? He doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Ruidium or the Apotheon.
That's a personal interest, you could say.
Yes, and you are personally interesting to me now as well.
He rolls his eyes a little bit. Has like a... So what, are you working with the Hands of Ord or something? Seems like...
Oh, no local governments. No local law enforcement. I'm acting on my own right now. Although now that you mention it, I would have preferred to not say this out loud just in case somebody reads lips, so she holds a hand up to block her mouth from the rest of the room. Just to be polite. Did you steal that ring?
What ring?
The ring that your little goblin friend seems to think you had on you. But now you don't. He seems to think maybe he made a mistake. Well, who can say?
I mean, he never asked me about any ring before, so maybe he did. Out of character, make a mistake. Maybe he did make a mistake, since Heather looks confused.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Peanut gallery.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Is anyone else at the tavern at this time?
There are other people in the tavern, but they're
No, I
just,
meant of our party.
Of your
Lucas and
party?
Ix are out
No.
shopping.
Ain't nobody backing you up, bro.
Nope.
I mean,
Just you
Arno
and
is
her
probably
and
somewhere, but Yeah,
It's
probably
just
not.
you
good.
and her and incidentals.
She got you alone.
She picked her moment.
Well, she has to speak privately, and he said yes. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to ask about for now. I won't take up any more of your time.
I would prefer it that way.
She gives a little look of acknowledgement, like sure. She stands up, gives you a little insincere half bow, and then turns invisible, and presumably leaves.
Hate that.
All righty. Okay. Anybody else have anything they wish to do on the 9th?
Lucas is doing X apparently. We rolled for it.
I said the opportunity was there.
Just Tony's over here like, fucking stop.
Certainly not RP in that. But
No,
can't wait to see how
no.
the rest of that roleplay goes as currently is existing. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, we were just gonna go to the Bone Garden. But yeah, I
We're-
mean,
Yeah, not doing that now, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
yeah, no other plans other than the random shopping. I don't have anything.
Is that just the new name for Lucas's room?
What?
The
Bone
bazaar,
Garden?
the Sun Cup Bazaar is
No,
Lucas's.
the Bone Garden.
Bone Garden.
Oh God!
We're going to a bone garden. It doesn't matter which bone garden. But yes, it is a shop with a parrot. I love it. But yes, no other plans. I did my rolling, and it was actually very apt, I think, on the order of operations. So good job, D4.
Says Stars says Jesus.
Cannot. Oh my god.
So Stars at the beginning of this downtime, Ix had commissioned items. Are they available now on the 9th, or is that on the 10th? Because I know she was having.
Let's see.
Because they were
I
being
think you
delivered.
said 2.5 days. I think you submitted the order on the 7th.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they will be delivered tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Arno can probably also pick up those other sending scrolls, by the way. They're probably already done by now, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yes. How many of those did you order?
2 more.
Yep.
Okay. So yes, you are able to pick up those 2 sending scrolls.
Does he use them?
Probably. He probably at least like talks to his mom.
Aww.
He hasn't had a chance to talk to his mom. So
Does it work? I think it should auto work for mothers. I'm just saying.
correct.
Sorry, my attention is split. Okay. All right. Well, for reasons, we are about halfway through. Might take a 5 to 10 minute break before moving on to the rest here. I have some things to work out real quick, and then we can pick back up
I
and
need 10 minutes to set the drama.
get to the end of this downtime here.
No, the drama was Thorn and Cinder. Cinder. That was the drama. That was the drama. That was the drama.
So we're
like
taking a
slow
break now,
moving.
just so I know
That
to
was the drama
pause.
for the first half. Yes, let's go ahead and take a break. And we're back. So let's see, we are coming to the end of the downtime here. Let's see, where did I write stuff? I have too many things open. Okay, so we come to the 10th of Quen Pilar. I guess this feels somewhat appropriate. I guess it's their equivalent of Sunday morning. So hey, but in the morning when you all come down for breakfast in the Foolish Serpent, Ao approaches the party, flanked by Dermot, and in a suspiciously similar situation for one of you. Can we speak to you all privately?
Depends. What's this about?
I think it's to do with the business that we're all here in Uncarel for.
All right. Whose room then?
We'll figure that out when we get to the rooms, I guess. If you are all following, they will head up to one of their rooms, one of the bigger ones that can accommodate Maggie.
I was about to say, this poor girl better have a room that she can fit in. It's the whole point of moving.
Got an extra large bed. They found one with a queen.
Maggie is a queen, so that's a
I was about to say.
Beat me to it. Let's see. That once everybody is inside the room and kind of settled, however you care to arrange yourself.
By the door.
I'm so nervous, because it's Ao and Derma.
Still want to be by the door.
Ao looks like she's considering her words, is unsure about the conversation y'all are about to have. She looks to Thorn first. How long have you known where the consortium is?
I mean, sorry, he wouldn't pause so long. I'm trying to remember how long I've known where the consortium is.
A couple weeks?
Like a couple weeks. Week and a half, maybe?
I don't know that it's been a couple weeks in Uncarel, but yeah, basically. Since we told the Cobalt Soul that we knew where they were and we were going to try to infiltrate them.
That's true. That's true. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Can I say that? I'll just say it if you want.
No, I'll say it. We've known for quite some time. The Cobalt Soul knows that we're trying to infiltrate them.
And does your infiltration include selling them ruidium items?
Ix won't react outwardly, but she just went, the fuck? In her head.
Hold on. Lucas reacts outwardly. I'm gonna sell them my ruidium items. That would be dumb.
It would be very dumb if I had
we
done
would have
that.
thought so.
I'll make a deception check if I have to.
Lucas is honest.
No. I said it would be very dumb if I had, which I did not. So he is blatantly lying.
Yeah, they are scanning all of you for signs of recognition. So I think everybody knows about Thorn having acquired ruidium items.
Yes.
Yeah.
So deception or performance if you're just schooling your
13
expressions.
deception for me.
No.
Lucas, let's see. Innocent boy Lucas over here rolled a 22.
Are we all rolling deception?
Or performance to school our faces.
Actually, 25.
Well then. Yeah, Lucas is nonplussed, you could say.
He's not blessed. He's like, yeah, that would be dumb.
Ben did great.
Did he now? What is a great number for Ben?
2.
I can't say nothing. Ix got an 11.
I mean, Ben doesn't know that the items were sold, does he?
He doesn't know that they were sold.
None of us know
nobody,
that.
Nobody knows they were
No.
sold,
Yeah,
only that they were
there we go.
acquired.
I got a 22.
Okay.
And on
So
what?
you can see them openly looking at each of you in turn.
And what information led you to believe that ruidium was sold to them from us?
Annoyingly enough, it was an anonymous tip, but Dermot said he heard a voice in the tavern. But
A
it
voice in the tavern?
they seemed to know what we had been investigating and had information about that.
Would Thorn have told the rest of the party about his encounter with Cinder?
I don't think he would have. Just because if he
Okay.
had, I would have said so before this point, I think.
Has anybody
figured.
asked about Thorn's shiny new tattoos?
Lucas is very acquainted with Shorn's shiny new tattoos. But he didn't.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. He has borne witness to them.
I don't believe Ix has gotten a chance to see them.
I mean,
Okay.
you would
They're pretty
see the one
obvious.
arm, because they're on the
Yeah.
arms, so... And he does wear the one long sleeve, but, you know, that's only one arm.
So I guess, yeah, I would have come up in conversation.
Which tavern, by the way? This tavern?
It was here, yes.
Oh, okay.
Have you been in contact with that fire genasi named Cinder?
And I don't think so, unless that was her voice.
It might very well have been. She came and spoke with me earlier that day. She seems to kind of have it out for me ever since our fight at the Bowl of Judgment.
Make a deception check.
That's a... Sorry, I'm trying to do math. 21.
21. Okay. Playing it off pretty well. Well, you see why we're asking. Dermot here thought he detected a ring that had gone missing from the consortium. But he checked again the next day and...
From the chateau,
Point
you
of-
mean?
Yeah, Chateau, right? You
He
said
says-
consortium.
Yes, that is what the other C plate.
Yeah.
From the Crystal Chateau. And he checked again the next day when he had his spells back, and it wasn't there, so he thought perhaps he had made a mistake. Have you found any ruidium anywhere? Not at the Crystal Chateau, perhaps?
I mean,
We
they
tried
have
looking
had
in
missions.
Bazozan.
You saw.
Multiple people talked at once, and I could not make out what any of you said.
Somebody mentioned Bazozan, but I didn't get the context of that.
We didn't find any. Well, we did. There was no actual ruidium in Bazazan that we know
Oh, we
of.
searched. Yeah, we searched for it in Bazozan, but
Yeah,
that's
what she said. Okay.
Yeah. Arno was going to. Sorry, you go.
Oh no. So what did Arno say before?
Oh, Arno was just going to say like, I mean, we've been doing missions for Cobalt Soul, but I don't know how much we're able to tell you.
Because I think Thorn will, with like a bit of like a grudging shame, be like, I did find some in Bazozan, actually.
Ix will turn and look at him like,
You
"Are you
what?
serious?"
He'll take out that little pouch of powdered ruidium, and be like, I might have swiped this off of Alois, whatever the fuck her name was,
Aloysia.
Aloysia. Also, will say canonically he stutters over her name every single time. I've decided it's not just me, but it's also me.
You had that since Bazozan?
I picked it up and I didn't know what it was at the time, kept it to myself, learned what it was later, but just sort of forgot about it. I didn't really have a plan on what to do with it.
So I guess to answer your question, yes, we do have ruidium.
Would it be all right with you if we returned that to the Allegiance?
Returned it. It was never the Allegiances.
Yeah,
We got it.
Part of the consortium, wasn't she? I
She
mean, you
was
could.
part of the consortium. Like, I'm sure this is from the woman that was in the Rise. I'm sure she stole it from the Allegiance originally.
Well, you don't have proof of that, though. Does the Allegiance claim all ruidium? They're the only ones who potentially can have it?
I mean, they're supposed to be the only ones that have access to it, but obviously it's been slipping out here and there. We are trying to get on their good side.
Sure, you can take it.
Okay. She accepts the bag of ruidium. But you say there's nothing else that you found before?
Just the missions for the Cobalt Soul. They have anything in possession that we might have found. If you would like more information on that, I suggest you speak with them.
Okay, I'm sure we will later.
Anything else you need of us?
Let's see. Sorry, checking some notes here. Ao looks to Dermot, seems to signal him for something. He looks a little apprehensive, but he casts a spell, checks around at each of you, and looks to Ao and shakes his head. Seeming
Looks an awful lot like distrust there, Dermot.
I trust all of you.
Says the man who just cast a spell to check.
I mean, you did have ruidium that we didn't know about. But
yes, please Justify your actions by all means. Are we done?
Dermot looks thoroughly abashed. Ao does not. Sorry, my coffee still has not kicked in, and it's been a couple of hours now.
I'm sorry.
Ugh. Well, have you learned anything about the consortium in your visits there?
Why should we give you any information after you've accused us multiple times? You hear a random voice and assume that we're selling ruidium to the consortium. You apparently thought that we stole a ring from the chateau. Do you have any useful information for us? Because
feels a little one-sided.
very.
The Allegiance keeps sending us mostly on busy work and errands and investigations that haven't led anywhere. I do feel like we're one breakthrough away from them giving us access to Kael Morrow, which would let us help you even more, since that is why we came to Ank'Harel with you.
Kind of interesting,
now
isn't it? The Legions keep sending you guys on busy work rather than letting you near your focus. Then they send us into a trap.
That's a good point.
We have been looking into that as well. It does seem like somebody set Prolix up with that information. The same person who spoke to us seemed to have leads on that. We think it was the Sentinels of Memory that were behind that one. We just have to narrow down who it was that is the mole in the Allegiance.
Do you trust the Allegiance?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you trust the Allegiance?
They haven't done anything particularly distrustworthy toward us, other than whoever it is that's infiltrated them, which is not the Allegiance itself. They seem very ambitious. We haven't decided if that's good or bad yet.
Have you investigated all the professors yet?
We are working our way through the list.
I don't know how to pronounce that name. Acuere.
Aquare?
Have you questioned her yet?
Oh, that is a name we had heard. I think she spends most of her time in Kael Morrow, so we actually haven't met her yet. But once we can get down there, we can learn more about this professor, since she seems like she will have the most information about ruidium and everything else that comes with it.
Was she the one who knew the spell for the things that attacked us?
No,
there was a
hair in my mouth. Yeah. No, there was a professor of conjuration that you were given the name of.
Different professor, yeah. We got this name that Ix just threw out from the fortune teller, so that was a new name.
Technically, we've got both of them from the fortune teller.
Right, but like more recently, that's the newest name.
Oh yeah,
that we got.
Mm-hmm. Whist.
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 Professor
Thank you.
Whist.
Thank you, Kitty.
Something like that.
Ix would
That
then.
would be like,
Yeah.
you go.
Oh no, she would mention that name. Since we moved past the other professor, she would say, "What about the professor of conjuration, which is Whist?"
Okay, we had looked into some of her students. We hadn't gotten to her yet, but you think she might have been involved?
We were attacked by elementals, which is her speciality.
That does track. Perhaps we will pay this professor a visit next then.
So that's 2 now that we've given you. Is there anything you have for us?
Or are we done here? Which we could be done here.
Well, ugh. I'm so sorry. My brain is just gears are turning real fast here for a second.
They don't have to have information for us at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, this is also just Ix and Thorn being pissed about this.
They did come to interrogate us. If they might not be prepared to be like, oh yeah, this is our useful information. So like, it's fair.
And they may
Yeah.
not have reason to give us information, so that's fine too.
Fair point.
I mean, they are here purportedly to be helping out in the same end goal as you all. But...
Yeah, but like not in this moment.
Right.
There's
this
helping
moment
us
don't
at
feel
the
like-
end goal, and there's being charmed by the allegiance.
Yep.
One moment.
Out of character. I think it's really funny that we were all so focused on the book that Thorn stole originally. We're like, oh my god, this is gonna get us found out. This is gonna get us found out. And in the end, it's the ring.
He did the right thing though
The
by letting
ring-
that shit go.
It's true, it's true. The ring that was in the trash can.
Right? Hey, okay, that's the other thing too. They're like, oh my god, our defective ring was taken.
It was
Let's
just
go send them out to find it.
wasn't in a garbage can. It was in a crate. But
It's in a crate of failed experiments.
yeah.
Failed experiments. Labeled failed experiments.
To be
I
fair,
don't
there
think
are
it's
no
that.
successful experiments from the
No,
sounds
that's
of
true.
it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Let's see. Well, before Ao can answer, Ben, you get a message from your sending stone.
Ben, for the record, has just been sitting here looking like he isn't breathing the entire time. So this probably is a big surprise to him.
Did somebody tell him to hold his breath?
No.
Okay, you hear Expositor Iwa's voice. Please bring everyone to the temple. There has been a development in your mission to be explained in person. Come soon if you can.
Ben just, he stops as if this came as a complete surprise to him. And he looks at everybody and he looks at the other group and he goes, all right, guys, we gotta go. Got a message, important, we gotta go. But he starts to try to get everybody up. It's like, all right, to the temple. It's important.
Do you send a response?
And then
That was his response. All right, guys, gotta go. It's time, big business.
let's go with that, yeah.
Fair enough. Ao says, I guess that's all for now. We will be in contact if we learn anything that would be helpful to you. And we will investigate Professor Whist.
Great.
See that you
Ix
do.
will be, I guess, herded out of the room.
And after those two are out of earshot, Ben goes, wait, what other secrets are we keeping from them? Wait, no, don't tell me.
Breathe breathe, Ben. Everything's gonna be okay. It's just yeah. Like Arno puts a hand on his arm, like.
I mean, I rolled a natural 1 on the deception check, so Ben's just over here trying his best.
Is that why you were holding your breath this whole time?
I didn't know what not to say, or what to say, or anything.
No, Ben, you did good. You did good. Please get out the magic carpet. We need to go.
Squaddle.
Beautiful. You all squaddle your way over to the Temple of the Mentor. It's getting mid to late morning by now, I think. But you come to the familiar building. Master Iwo is waiting for you just inside. You came very quickly. Thank you. I would like you all to meet somebody who I think will be able to help you out going forward.
Watch it be Cinder.
Don't reveal the secrets, Heather.
I don't know what's going on.
He motions for you all to follow him if you do.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no question.
Okay.
Ben's fine.
Yeah.
He leads you further into the Cobalt Soul headquarters, leads you to the upper level, and one of the kind of office-like rooms that he has spoken to you in multiple times. I will leave it to them to explain the situation to you, and I will be outside if you need me for anything. He check some notes real quick. Those are the wrong notes. There's the notes I wanted to check. Okay. So you enter the room. There is the one table, like there often is. And at the far side of the room, you see a cloaked figure facing away from you, looking out the window. And as you all file in, they will address you.
And you hear a familiar voice say, "You really thought I wouldn't come after you?" And with that, the cloaked figure turns and in the same movement draws a black steel short sword right at Thorn's neck. The figure pulls back his hood and you all see Thorn, or someone who looks like him. He wears a Jorhassian suit of leather armor, colored purple and black. His right eye is covered with a ragged piece of cloth. His brown roots are grown out and his face unshaven. Thorn, the one who had been with you all this time, looks up at him with a measure of surprise. It fades quickly as he lowers his head and lets out a soft chuckle. Then he reaches up and pulls the eye patch away. Beneath it is no scar, no empty socket, but a healthy eye the same gray of his left. Quite the contrary. I hoped you'd come. It took you long enough. This new Thorn presses the tip of the sword to his throat, but doesn't draw blood even as his eye flares in anger. What are you playing at? There's a soft exhale of a scoff as this imposter glances down at the sword at his neck and his mouth curls into a smile. Put the blade down, Thorn, unless you have delusions of killing me again. Thorn flinches, but called on his bluff, he lowers the sword hesitantly. There's a trace of disbelief and hope intermixed on his face, and very quietly, he asks, "Dagger?" At the question of his name, Dagger's expression flickers. Anger, guilt, longing, then it settles on a strained smile. It's me this time, Thorn. And you're welcome to react in character.
For the record, please send me
What?
that. I typed not a single word of notes down. Please send
I
me
have
that.
it written down.
I have Heather and Jess right next to each other on my screen, and they're both just like almost the exact same expression.
Ben's probably just standing there, like pointing back and forth, like.
It's the Spider-Man meme, except it's Ben.
Also, this is what the the real Thorn looks like presently.
Fuck yeah, Thorn, that's hot! Oh my god, I love it! It's got a beard. Ah,
Oh,
I haven't seen
okay.
this yet.
fuck
Okay.
yeah!
Hold on,
So,
hold on.
just to check,
Mhm.
Thorn still has the blade pointed at.
No, he lowered it after.
No, he lowered
yeah.
Lowered it. Okay. So what? So okay, good.
Would Lucas like to go first? Because Ix might go first, and it's
Oh
not...
no, Ix is absolutely welcome to go first.
Okay. So, figuring out that the person that they have been calling Thorn doesn't appear to be Thorn. Ix is already raw from an earlier conversation. She's gonna draw her sword and take the imposter, I guess, well, Dagger is his name, and put that up to his neck and try and...
Ix, I
He's
want you to
taller than her.
contested roll for me right now.
Okay.
I don't know, initiative? I don't know, some kind of roll.
What is Ix doing? Just holding the sword up to him?
She's
or-
putting a
trying-
sword up.
Yeah, sword up to his throat to kind of keep him back, to keep him from doing anything.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah, so
it-
she's behind him with the sword to his throat to kind of be like, you're not moving.
I guess
Yeah,
if,
so
Lucas is acting in response to X. That sounds
Yeah.
like an initiative contestant.
Yeah, so I will roll. That is a natural 20 for a 22.
God damn it, I rolled a 20 mod. Mod 20. Never mind. Okay.
Both are fast, but X is slightly faster.
So yeah, she's gonna hold the sword up. She's not gonna say anything. She'll see what the real Thorn does, but she's holding. She get. Dagger can tell that she's shaking, but he can't. I don't think he'd be able to. Well, maybe with an insight check. But the shaking is more out of adrenaline, but it's hard to tell. But she's not saying anything. She's just stone-faced right now with this sword up to his neck
Okay. And what is
to keep him subdued.
Lucas doing?
So as Ix goes to put the sword up, Lucas does move to try to intercept the movement. He's not quite fast enough, so the sword is in place. But I think he just kind of moves a little towards Ix and just quietly says, "Put the blade down, Ix.
No,
Put the blade down, Ix."
no.
Reaches up, grasps the blade, put the blade down, Ix, and he tries to lower it.
She's gonna fight him on it.
Contested strength checks? Like...
Probably. Dagger's gonna accidentally get cut.
Yeah, I guess strength.
Dagger is holding completely still. Not in like a fearful way, but just like a relaxed way. As you have this sword up to their neck.
I need to look up strength modifiers. This doesn't happen often. What is it?
Oh, he'll probably win it out. Let's be fair.
So you rolled a you rolled a save?
Oh, sorry, my bad. It was just supposed to be strength regular. Well, the modifier is the same.
Oh, okay. So it's a 13.
Yes,
Okay. Ironically enough, I also rolled a 13. So we're at an impasse right
needs
now.
beats. So she didn't lower the sword, but he's firmly on it. So Ix seeing that she's probably not going to win this out if he tries again. Let him speak. I won't cut his throat just yet.
I think Lucas will like not moving. His hand is still in place, but he will glance towards Thorn.
Thorn probably looks for a second like he doesn't know how to react either. So his reaction would be like a little fittingly enough delayed. But he is going to like kind of sheathe his own sword, and like hold up a hand at Ix, and be like, "Don't hurt him."
Ix will immediately drop the sword, like from the throat. She'll still have it out, but she won't. She'll immediately put it down and step aside. But she's glaring hard at Dagger.
Is she glaring daggers?
I didn't say it for that reason. I didn't say it for that reason. Fucking A.
There is no escape.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna
Yes,
need these
thank you,
notes
Kitty.
later because there are so many. I'm just like, fuck it. We'll transcribe this later. Thank you.
This is amazing. All right, yeah, she'll take a step back. She'll keep the sword, not poised, but she's ready. But she'll
Ix
take
is,
a step back.
Lucas is gonna stay where he's at. So when Ix takes a step back, he is now basically between her and Dagger.
Smart man.
So, Thorn, or, Thorn, why are we at the Cobalt Soul?
Out of character, which Thorn are you asking?
I don't think Ben knows. But you would look to... So,
I'll assume
Dagger is fake Thorn, right?
Yes,
The one we've
yeah.
been traveling with. So he would look to Dagger at first, and then to Beard Thorn to ask why we're at the Cobalt Soul.
Thorn, who will like kind of his gaze like snaps from Dagger to Ben, and he'll just have like, I figured that's where I could find you because that's your Cobalt Soul, and it's basically what we've been trying to do this whole time, just getting to the Cobalt Soul to find you guys after you left Bazozan. I came here with somebody. She's not here right now, but she has other business to do.
Are you looking for all of us, or just that Thorn?
All of you. I mean, him too, but you. And as he says you, he probably is gesturing at Ix, to be honest.
Aww.
She is stone-faced right now. Heather is not, but she is stone-faced.
Yeah. Arno would be like, so since Bazozan, he's been with us.
The imposter Thorn, Dagger, will say, I'm aware of how this looks. And
Can you repeat that?
I'm aware of how this looks. You should all know that was not entirely my own choice either. The other one,
Yeah.
which he says, looking at Thorn, is not presently in control, and hasn't been for a while.
What does that mean?
And out of character laughing. That's what that is.
Dagger's having a laugh. He's like, oh my god, these idiots. Like, he's having a great time.
Dagger kind of hesitates for a second, but continues and says, there is another personality. He was in control when you met him in Bazazan. It was his idea to replace Thorn, and I've been kind of along for the ride until we got to Ankarel. Slowly I got control. I didn't really know how to tell any of you this. At least most of you. But it wasn't my intention to deceive you forever, I suppose.
Oh, because you would eventually be caught. Who was in control? Names.
He calls himself Olmis.
And where is he?
Somewhere in here. In me.
In you and Thorn.
No, just me.
Just you. Safe to say, Ix is gonna cut herself off and not say anything. She's gonna stop mid-sentence. What do you need now?
What do I need?
Well, you're clearly in control now. Are you still going to be here?
No. I planned on leaving. Honestly, this is, for me, good timing, because I kind of planned on leaving within a couple of days anyway.
Lucas's eyes look to him very quickly at that.
There is a little bit of a guilty look when you catch his gaze. I died. That's the full story here. I died. And when I came back, I wasn't me. I was Olmis, or Olmis was in control. What I'm trying to do now is find a way to, frankly, exercise him and regain my own self fully. I don't think I can do that with all of you. You have your own goals. But that's beside the point. And he looks at Thorn. Is gonna say, for what it counts, I guess, I'm sorry for Bazazan and all of this trouble. Maybe we're even now. And he's going to take the pack off his shoulder and just kind of... You said that there is a table in this room. He'll probably just put it on the table. And with it, take Serpent Strike and, like, all of those weapons and put them on the table beside the pack.
I would like Dagger to give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy, that's not...
+5.
+5. Okay, good.
Is he still an ally, you sweet boy?
that's a mod 20.
Good to know. Carry on.
Oh boy. But after placing the weapons and the pack down, he'll say, "Here are all your things. Your questionable sword. It's probably dangerous, by the way. I didn't dig into it much, but it's definitely more than I think Sifrena even knew. And looking at the rest of you, if I'm allowed to leave, I'll take my leave."
Ix's grip on her sword's gonna get a little bit tighter. But she's gonna take a step back and motion to the door for him to just fucking go.
I think Lucas is just looking at him.
He...
luck.
He gives Lucas a lingering look and says, "You too." Before kind of stepping back out of the room slowly, probably with this little bit of an air of like, am I actually? Are you gonna... Okay. Like...
When Dagger leaves the room, you can see, like, just across the way, kind of keeping a casual eye on the door. The expositor is watching, and he kind of stands to attention when he sees Thorn without an eye patch coming out of the room. but there is no commotion, so he just watches and observes for the moment.
There probably is a brief moment as Dagger is leaving where Thorn would almost step forward and go to say something, but kind of stops himself short with uncertainty. And then turns his attention to Ix, as he immediately is instead just like, Are you okay?
She's gonna put Sassy away, put her back in her sheath. She'll turn to Thorn. That is an extremely stupid question. And she'll walk up to him, and she won't touch him, but she'll kind of like cover her hands as if she doesn't know she's allowed to touch. And she'll look him in the eye. Sorry, I didn't know.
He's gonna hug her. If she's okay with that.
She's gonna hug back so hard. Oh god. She's fighting tears. Oh, where's a wisdom saving throw?
A wisdom save
No
for
plus
crying.
Yeah, no +5 for that. Still a 21. So she won't cry, but damn, her throat is burning so hard holding it back. And poor Stars, his Discord froze. Okay, now he's back.
Yay, I'm back. I cut off when Thorn was just about to describe what he was doing.
Oh, really?
We hugged him.
And
Damn! Oh, do it again, do it again!
I was gonna say, did Bast accidentally mute himself again? And then I realized nobody else was saying anything and nobody was moving.
I just thought you were being very still. I didn't realize that you had frozen.
Because even he was like, oh shit.
Thorn hesitated like he was about to say something or like do something to stop Dagger, but then didn't go through with it and turned his attention to Ix, asked her if she was okay, and then Ix stepped towards him, said that's a stupid question, and they hugged.
Okay. I was going to interject if I had a chance that Thorn can see Ewo at attention through the door. Just checking to see if anybody's trying to stop.
We did hear
Dagger.
what you said, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, Thorn doesn't have that tattoo. He just spent all that money, that motherfucker.
Yeah, the guy who had previously died really doesn't want to die again, so he was willing to spend a lot of money. Yeah.
No joke.
Arno is giving Lucas such a side eye, but it's just silent at the moment.
I don't know how I feel about that, but Ix isn't paying attention to anything anyone else is doing at this moment.
Letting them have their moment. I think Lucas is actually kind of like he's looking at Thorn, he's looking at Ix, he's like, all right, they're having a good moment, and I think he's kind of like glances back towards the door, but he doesn't move anywhere.
After a good long hug, and it is a good long hug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thorn is gonna have like my friend though that I met in Bazazan. I think you guys are gonna like her. She's either gonna meet us here, or if we leave, then the expositor will tell her where to find us. Where can she find us? Where are you guys staying?
Come on, I'll show you.
Wait, before anyone leaves this fucking room,
Yeah?
Things first.
we need code phrases. This cannot happen again.
What? I mean, fair. Honestly, fair. What do you have in mind?
I don't know, something special for each person, so that
We already have
If
nicknames,
someone
Arno.
takes
Can we
their
do
place.
this? We can do this at the end, please. Please.
it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, they would see her face, it would just like instantly go and put and like take her in, like, okay, we'll go. It's okay. It's just
Thank you. She's pretty much at this point tugging Thorn, like the grip she has on his hand, because she has since obviously she hasn't moved out of his space, but she's not letting him go now. So yeah, if Arno and everyone else is allowing it, she wants to go back to the inn.
Okay, so you all are. Excuse me, I haven't talked for a little bit. So, you all are heading out of here to head back to the Foolish Serpent then?
On the
Yes.
way out, Ben wants to say to Ewo, he's like, "This is the weirdest thing I've come here for so far."
I will say, also on your way out of the room, Lucas. It's been a while, but there is a tickle at your ear. A voice that you haven't heard for a couple of weeks now.
Hello, Lucas. Did you miss me?
Lucas fucking freezes.
What is today, dude?
Told you I had a list.
Shit! Are we done with the list? I need to know. We have 20 more minutes and I'm gonna have a heart attack.
I ain't telling you shit.
I'm already in the middle of one. I'm in the middle of one right fucking now. Freezes. Looks around. He's looking around. People can be walking. I don't care if anyone notices this shit.
I'm making a perception check.
so am I.
Ix is out. Ix is out. She's preoccupied. I'm sorry. She's useless to all of you.
Never mind, I'm playing the half-blind guy again, so he doesn't see shit. Lucas is in his blind spot.
Ben is still way
Arno
too
knows.
confused to
Arno
notice
got an
anything.
18, so I'm gonna assume
Bast
Arno
is going
knows.
to miss those high perception checks.
Yeah.
Okay, what were those numbers again?
Arno got an 18. To notice.
I rolled nothing for the record. There's nothing to roll here.
I was planning on having Arno slow down to talk to Lucas, so he of anyone would probably be the one to notice.
Arno slows down to talk to Lucas, and he sees Lucas just slammed still in place. Pale face, starting, like, just familiar wide-eyed look in his eyes, and he's looking around.
Okay, and I see the 8 from Ben. Was anybody else checking? Okay,
Ix is on a different plane of existence right now.
fair enough.
I got 5, so...
Gotcha. Arno, you notice Lucas freeze. You look around trying to, like, discern if there was a reason for that, but nothing.
Arno has fairy fire
I mean,
around.
do you want to fairy fire the room?
Yes. Lucas looks spooked. Arno wants a fairy fire. Fuck everyone and the mama.
By all means, I think we'll say the fairy fire would encompass the entire room that you're leaving. Just for fun, Lucas and Arno, give me dexterity saving throws.
5.
Plus
13.
5.
Do you get your own +5?
That was with +5.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, I have a dex modifier. Hold on. That might be
I was about
worse.
to say. I was like,
I didn't even look. I just was like 8 + 5. Got it.
Lucas is so stunned. He doesn't know how to hands right now.
Oh,
What's your DC?
dex save. That includes the +5, so 14.
Was the DC barred?
Let me see.
Please make me fail. Actually, no, I'm fine not glittering right now.
I think Arno failed. Arno is not paying attention to himself right now. Hold on.
Because it's just those two in the room, right? The rest of us have technically left before this
Ooh.
happened.
We'll say they're at the back. The rest of you are in the hallway.
14 is
Okay.
the save DC.
I rolled a
Four.
14 because of my. Yep. I have a +6. 14 on the dot.
Nice.
Yeah, so you pass. Arno fails. Arno got like a 5. So his wait.
With +5?
Oh, not with +5. That's true. He got a 5, so then 5 plus his dex is +4. He's fine. Never mind.
You're fine.
You both are just barely making it.
For the record.
He got a 17.
Okay, so Arno, so Lucas freezes up, apropos of nothing that any of you can discern. Arno notices, casts fairy fire on that entire room, looks around, trying to see what might be in there. Nothing invisible has been outlined by your spell.
Yeah, Arno would go and just go and put like a hand on Lucas's chest and be like, "Hey, talk to me."
Like he is not looking at you. He is not reacting. He sees nothing. He sees nothing, right?
Correct.
He sees nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. You have a hand on his chest. You feel his heart is just going wild right now. He is like, you haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
PTSD
Arno-
flashback.
Yeah. Arno would just keep his hand there and then would just keep on talking in that slow tone of being like, "Hey, Lucas.
There's no further anything, right? It's just that the one response, like one thing.
Just
one sentence?
Yes. I will say when the fairy fire is cast, it doesn't hit anyone else in the room. Outside the window, there is a startled owl hoot.
That's how, what?
The hoot of an owl that was startled.
Oh.
In the middle of the day.
I think he does eventually like he doesn't, I don't think he relaxes, but I do think he eventually refocuses. But I think he's still like twitchy right now. Sorry.
What happened?
With that taken care of, are you continuing the rest of the way back to the foolish?
There's still more to this list. There's still more to this list. I can't do this. I can't do this, guys.
We still have 14 minutes, right?
Let's say yes. We go back to the inn.
Yeah.
You go back to the inn and it takes them a little longer to get there.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. You just throwing this all at once, Stars.
Fucking Sunday morning, dude. Both in game and out is like I can't.
Yep, I think it's good. I don't think Lucas. Lucas looks like he's heard a ghost, and we're gonna just keep walking.
Yep.
Kitty is now the ghost.
Nobody in this party asks questions.
I mean, Arno did start to ask what happened.
Yeah, but we'll get there. We'll get there, I'm sure.
Okay. So you meander your way with your apparently newly reunited party member. You show him your respective rooms at the inn. You can figure out what the new room arrangements are when you get to
We've got an empty room, so yeah.
Yeah, Thorn was in his room by himself, so.
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, this is more cryptic than I want it to be, but it's faster than searching. Person I've been talking to you, can you copy and paste in our chat so I don't have to go find the thing? Don't worry about it. It's fine. You're all used to this by now, I'm sure.
Doesn't mean I have to like it. Still don't like it.
Okay. So yeah, you get back to the Foolish Serpent and probably have some things to unpack.
Yeah, Thorn's got a whole bag full to unpack.
Okay.
Rude. So rude. So rude. Oh, when we get back to the foolish serpent, Ix will ask Thorn, "Do you want to rest or do you want to eat? Do you need anything?"
I mean, food would probably be great. I skipped breakfast. I was way too nervous. And, like, otherwise, you know, the last few days, well, mostly for the last few days, it's been a pretty decent journey. We did fight a meteor at one point. That was weird. Have you? Like, a living, laughing meteor. Fucking weird, right?
That is weird.
So we get back to the inn, right? Like, you guys get back, Lucas and Arno a little bit behind. You stop in the tavern to be like, what do you want to eat? Lucas comes in the door. He goes up to Thorn. And I think he just gets eye to eye with him immediately. And he just says, who were you traveling with?
A girl named Issa?
Lucas's face just goes white.
Why?
Oh shit.
You're okay?
Of course I'm okay.
What how did you meet? What happened? When did you meet up? How long have you been traveling together?
Hey, Lucas. We can do this in a room. We don't need to do this out here.
No, why are you scared of her?
Give me an insight check.
Can I also do insight check?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's an 18.
17.
23.
Ben is just having a great time.
I rolled a nat 20, but I'm gonna say fuck it. Just
That's valid. I almost want to give you disadvantage on this one for Lucas.
Yeah, you sound scared, so...
You're like,
I don't care what I rolled die. I'm sorry. That's not...
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work like that. We're ignoring the dice today.
This has a set DC and all three numbers pass it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
how is the answer?
No, that's fair. So for whatever, he's not scared. I would put as the wrong word.
It's still what Thorn would have said, to be clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's more there than scared. Scared could probably be part of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you said I'm sorry. You said,
why are you scared of her?
Why are you scared of her? And I think he is struggling to find words in that second. You have no idea who she is, Thorn.
That doesn't answer my question.
And then I think he just she's supposed to be fucking dead.
Why?
Because I killed her, Thorn. I
killed her. I walked away from her 2 years ago. Where did she find you? How did she find you? How is she? How is she? And it goes from scared to like vulnerable in that second question.
How is she? Is that?
Yeah.
She found me where Miss Dagger, whatever, left me tied up in a shack for a few days after you guys had left. She got me out, got me food, all that. She said she'd been left behind by the researchers there. She was working with the researchers in Bazazan. She never mentioned you. But that doesn't... She's a nice person, Lucas. She has my trust, and for good reason. I don't know what happened between you, but why? Why would you kill her?
Because she was trying to kill me.
Can we go into a room now? Please?
I guess we can.
Go into Thorn's room. Well, the one...
Dagger's old room.
That's an honest slip. That's legit. That's legit.
Yeah, just go into that room. I'll get food. I'll be there in a moment.
I don't... Lucas looks very uncertain about leaving Ix by herself at all right now. Like, no, I think I'll wait. It's fine.
So you're not going into a room yet?
We'll go into a room, but if Ix is going to, if we went to the room and Ix is in is like, I'm going to go get us food, Lucas is very uncertain about that.
This is a very, this would be comical if you insist on staying by Ix, because I think Thorn would insist on going with you guys as well.
Also fine. No, that's fine. If you're gonna go, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, Ix will go get the food and then head to the room. Quickly.
Lucas is fucking pacing.
Of course, on the way back, yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, Thorn, when you get to a room that is apparently your room now, setting down the things, you're a little more burdened than you were when you got to the city, now that you have your things and technically also your things that Dagger left there with you, with a little heavier amount of gold than what you had originally. As you're setting things down and getting settled to carry on this conversation, a folded paper flower falls out from somewhere in your belongings that you didn't know you had on you. You see on one of the folds of it, you see the corner of what looks like some scribbled writing.
Oh no, he's gonna pick it up, being really... Like, his face crumples as he picks it up, and he's gonna unfold it.
Is this just Thorn in the room by himself, or are we all in the room now?
I think we're all in the room, because I wasn't...
Yeah.
Okay.
I have sent the contents of the letter.
He looks so distraught and hurt. I don't think he'd say anything to the party, but he just probably steps away for a second. Like, not out of the room, but just, like, away, like, toward a window.
Ix will kind of come up next to him and rub his arm very gently and in a very soft tone. One thing at a time. Whenever you're ready. And then she'll take a step back to give him space again.
And that is where we will end session.
Oh my god.
I'm infuriated.
So am I!
2 weeks.
Guess what? I've been sitting on that for months.
Guess what? I've been waiting for it for months.
Fair enough.
Kitty!